Eastbound and down.
rolling.
Loaded up and trucking.
We gonna do what they say can't be done?
I was trying to distract you from opening that book.
We got a long way to go and a short time to get there.
Is that the theme song you open in the book
Watch
now?
old bandit run.
Do you have one ready this time?
No, I don't.
You gotta have it ready, man. Like if you're gonna troll me, you gotta have the troll ready. You can't like
We're not some
you can't like
professional
prepare
thing
the. I
going
mean,
on
we say
here.
that, and you got like $1,000 mic in front of my face. But like, you can't be preparing to troll me live on a recording, which doesn't make any sense, kind of. But it's live as I say this.
Here's a topical one. Speaking of Smoking the Bandit, when a movie opens in selected cities, the cities are selected by Burt Reynolds.
God damn it! Actually, I see that you are close to the end of that book.
No, I'm just kind of going. I'm
Damn
starting from
it.
the end.
Let's say, have you scanned through all the good ones, and now that's it?
Yeah.
That's it?
Hmm?
Damn it. I'm trying my best here to get you to close it. Just distracting you, trying to get you to finish it.
At the height of Star Wars mania, Jimmy Carter gave an Oval Office address in a Chewbacca costume.
That's real dumb. Real dumb. You're still doing it. You're fucking flipping the page. You're still going. What's the quota per episode that you're trying to hit?
Just as many as I find that I think are somewhat reasonable.
That's what's a reasonable number? Like half of one?
No, I'm just looking until I can find a good one.
That doesn't bode well since you've been flipping a couple of pages there and you haven't found another good one.
This isn't like a laugh out loud book.
Yeah, but I mean, you're laughing out loud. You're actually lolling, if you will. You found one yet? No?
I can't remember which ones I've read or not either. So
This is ridiculous. You're just flipping pages and there's dead like miles of dead air.
yeah.
Well, you flip pages in a book.
I mean, we don't have many stories, so this is.
I mean,
just
you
as
say that, and then
equally-
they're like the biggest stories
This is just equally as-
pre-E3. Look at you. Look at you. End it. End this segment.
I need one good one.
No, you've already read 2, I think. End it. Well, a fun fact for the listeners here. Ryan tells me, and he just kind of mentioned it there, that we don't have many stories for this week. And then mentions like 4 stories that are covering the biggest games. Some of the biggest games of this year. So, in hindsight, there, Mr. Johnson, they are pretty damn big stories.
The stories are of big things, but the story itself is not big.
They are big, though, because you're going to be able to
No.
drum up discussion on major games.
No, here's one of them. Battlefield 5 was announced.
Okay.
Big game. That's a small
Well,
story.
okay. Oh,
It
now
was
wait a
announced.
second here. Wait a second here. It was announced, but we don't know much about that one. But there's other
I'll
stories.
get into
There's
that.
other stories. There's other
You'll let me
stories.
find something good here. All right. I'm just going to turn the page and
You
read the
flipped
first
through
one.
half that damn book.
In the original DC comic, Aquaman was known as Captain Wet. There you go, Matt.
That wasn't funny. Wasn't
They're
worth.
not supposed to be funny.
Wasn't funny. Wasn't worth the wait.
You want another one?
No.
All right, this is episode 209.
God.
I'm your host, Ryan Johnson. This is Day One Patch Podcast. Matt Lawrence is here. Adrian Reynolds gone to Europe,
Yeah.
doing his Europe thing.
Eating fish and chips as he messaged us.
Yep.
I'm curious how they were prepared.
Well, he said they didn't.
I'm gonna pull up.
They had.
I'm gonna pull up the message from
Here's
him.
the thing, though. He went to one fish and chips place. That's not representative of all fish and chips
No,
places.
and I'm not complaining, but like so.
And we have some good fish and chips here in Canada.
So to put things in perspective, the standard Canadian fish and chips that you'd get at like a restaurant is just basically, I don't actually know the type of general fish. I think it might be cod. Don't quote me on that.
I would say like haddock or something.
It's haddock, sure, haddock or cod. You get a nice piece of that, and it's just like there's no scales or anything on it. There's no bones.
Usually
And
breaded.
It's breaded usually. Sometimes it's grilled if you're trying to go more healthy, and that's it. And then you get some chips on the side, some French fries.
Some usually coleslaw or like a lemon.
Usually, yeah, coleslaw and a lemon. But he was saying that it wasn't ground up and reshaped. It had the scales and the tail attached. So I'm paraphrasing a bit.
What does it mean ground up and reshaped?
I'm curious as to whether
I've never had ground up fish that was reshaped.
I wonder if ours is. You know how we have like flaky fish? I wonder if ours is actually kind of reshaped.
I think that's how the fish are, though.
I don't know. Because like if you think about it, they do have to get rid of those little like clear bones, those little tiny ones.
Yeah.
And like I wonder if they have to grind it up to do that to an extent. Maybe not like literally grind it up. Like we're not fish experts here, but
when you take off the breading, it looks like there's like lines in it and stuff.
But
it
like
looks like a fish.
like did it? Maybe he's thinking like a fish stick.
Maybe yeah.
That's probably what he's thinking, like a fit, like not a haddock, but like an actual fish stick that you
or
get.
we could be wrong. Maybe it is ground up. I don't know.
Yeah, we could be wrong. But anyway, he was saying that it still has the scales attached. And it's not ground up. That's what he was saying. But what I was curious about is, was it he like served like half a fish? So like do they like cut it in half?
Cut off the head
And then they like just give you half of the fish and you just like kind of pick at it and you leave the scales? Or well, I mean, I assume you leave the scales. I don't think you'd eat that, but
I don't know.
I'm curious. Because I always thought that they were always served in newspaper. And I asked and he said, no, they aren't.
Some of them are.
And I guess it wasn't breaded. I asked, but he didn't get back to me.
Yeah, because he's not using a cellular over there, so he probably left Wi-Fi.
Yeah, that's fine. But like, I'm just curious as to whether it wasn't breaded then. Like, was it just prepared and left on the plate, and then you just like pick at it, which is kind of nice as well.
And so what? England's like 5 hours ahead or something like that. So he's probably sleeping since he didn't get any sleep on the plane.
Or he's like really really awake because of jet lag. Like he's just all over the place. I will say that I've never had trouble with jet lag until the end of a trip. I've only ever been like a few hours off though, but like I've never been like a full day off or anything like that. But like I've never been like I'll get tired and like the last day I'll be real tired and then I'll just collapse when I get home.
Right.
But I won't be like dying on the trip. So.
All right, some of the top stories today include Call of Duty Black Ops 4. They had a big reveal event, so we'll go over a bit of what we saw. Division 2 will be launching next year. Rage 2 was announced, even though we already knew about it from the Walmart leaks. And Battlefield 5 officially announced by EA.
Look at this, the biggest AAA games of the year and beyond.
But what
and
I'm
this
like,
guy's
like,
oh, there's not much. It's just, Call of Duty, got Battlefield, the two biggest shooters we got. Come on,
again,
bud.
The content is impressive. The story behind the content is not.
I mean, Rage is a pretty big story.
No, but it was simply announced. Like it's like an announcement. Yes.
Announced and shown off to a pretty big degree.
Yes, but it's not a major story.
I mean, it's a major story for Bethesda.
Anyway, that's all we got. But what's new, Matt? What are you playing? What's happening? See anything? Movies, TV shows? What are you doing?
I'm still playing Fortnite. No new wins have been reported. But I'm leveling up okay, tearing up okay. Not tearing up and leveling up as quickly as I thought I would with the Battle Pass. I've never purchased the Battle Pass like outright at the beginning of the season before, but this season, so season 4, I have, and I'm around tier 40. I think I'm like tier 37, and I think I'm close to level 40 or level 50, like player level, whatever that is, character level. But like it's not necessarily slow going though, because I have been like playing it casually. Like I'll play a few, like maybe 2-3 nights a week, something like that, and just like casually, like maybe a couple hours, maybe it's a long play period. It's kind of random. But I think I'm confident that I'm gonna get the tier 100 and everything, because there's 10 weeks of challenges, and I'm not like if I'm not tier 50 by the end of the week 5, so when the week 6 unlocks, then I think I might be in trouble. But the fact that I'm almost tier 40 now, I have a set of challenges that I haven't done yet, which is the week 3 stuff. And I'm about to hit another level milestone, which is going to give me 10 battle stars. Like your even level milestone, so like 10, 20, 30, and 40 will give you like a full level. So I'm about to hit one of those. I think it's 40. So I'm going to get a whole level, and like I'm going to bump up over 40 if I complete this week's challenges and do that.
Right.
So I think I'm in really good shape for that. So I'll probably at the end of like week 5, I estimate I'll be like tier 60. I estimate. So
you're gonna have to make it though, because you came in late last season and got it, right?
But we purchased a bunch of tiers. We purchased the battle. I just bought the battle pass. We bought the battle bundle last time, which gave us 25 tiers, and then we bought 10 levels.
That's so weird to buy levels like that. That's so
well, we
strange.
bought levels with the V-Bucks that we earned via tiering up.
Yeah.
So like it wasn't like I actually purchased anything.
Right.
But I did purchase the battle bundle.
But doesn't that give you a free 25 tiers?
That's 25. Yeah. So the 25 I did.
That's what I'm saying. You purchased
that. Yes,
tiers.
I did purchase those. But then there was a 10, like a limited plus 10 tiers item in the item shop.
Right.
and I purchased that with the V-Bucks that I got from leveling up with the plus 25 tier.
But I guess when you have the battle pass, buying a tier is just buying an item, right? Because you get an item every tier.
Yes.
So
Yeah, you get
yes,
an
you're
item
kinda-
every tier. Sometimes you get two if there's something else available in the free tier during that same tier. I don't. There's like a weird like tournament going on now too. But like I find that I level up a lot quicker if I play 50v50. So I've been doing that. I haven't tried the tournament yet. Like maybe that'll help me level up. But I think one of the things I was telling Marty last night is that I think I may need to grind a little bit for my level. So I'm close to level 40. Now I keep earning more percent bonuses. And if I play with like people in a squad, they're going to be able to boost me with their personal experience boost. So like my level's going to go crazy. But just like assuming worst case scenario, which is solo at all times, assuming I'm just playing like solo, I think that I'm going to have to grind a bit because one of the set of challenges to like unlock all the pieces of armor for the blue guy is to get to level, I think it's 65. So I think I may have to grind a little bit for that. But it won't be like ridiculous. Like the fact that I'm getting here and I'm playing casually is indicative that it'll be fine.
Yeah.
So
anything else?
I've been playing Stardew Valley.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I just started it, and have you played Stardew Valley?
No.
I mean, there's no spoilers, so I can kind of talk about it. But that game's pretty damn good. Like I'm going pretty ham at it actually. Right now, I'm trying to like automate my farm so that I don't waste a bunch of energy like watering my plants every morning. But what's cool about that game is, and I've talked to Tim. He's been on the show before. I've talked to Tim about this. Is Tim couldn't really get into it because he was like, oh, there's like a lot of chores and stuff to do. But that's like my motivation for the game. So I literally spend my entire time, like every day is like scheduled for me.
Right.
So I'm like, okay, I want to get relationships with these three people. Like I want to like talk to these three people and like get their hearts up or whatever, right? Because it's kind of like Animal Crossing in that way where you like talk to people and stuff. But it's like, but I also have to do this and this tomorrow. So it's like I have to plant my crops. The season's about to change. I have to make sure I like do this. I got to talk to this guy, and the store's closed on Wednesday. So like every day for me is like scheduled solid, and I'll like go and I'll do stuff and I'll have backup plans. So like the game is kind of sporadic. So for example, the shop is like they're supposed to be open, let's say Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, but then like occasionally it'll just be like, oh, that shop is just randomly like the shopkeeper's just not there for like 2 hours. Like he just takes off
Right.
and doesn't even know. So it's like, because it's supposed to be like country life, like sporadic. So then it's like, oh well, shit. I guess I'll have to go to I think it's called the JoJo Mart or the Joja Mart or something like that. That's like the corporate. That's like the non-country corporate guys in the game, and so like you can either go to them or I'll just like change my schedule. I'll be like, oh, okay, so now I have more time to like go mine, so I'll go mine instead. But then tomorrow I have to make sure that I go to the shop and make sure he's there, or I'm gonna have to like stake out the shop until he comes back because I need the money to like do this and the next day.
Yeah.
So that's what I do. That's what I'm doing right now, and I just started getting animals. So I'm caring for the animals now. So my farm is in partial full swing, full noob swing, if you will. So pretty good.
As for me, since beating God of War, I've kind of been in a limbo state. And so I actually decided to boot up my Xbox One because I have four games on there that I need to play. And so I started the Halo Master Chief Collection.
I don't know why you did that. Of all the things you did,
so
I don't know why you did that.
So we're waiting to play Gears 4 co-op, waiting for Adriano to get back.
Yeah. I mean, admittedly, it's going to be years.
That's Gears 4 off the table. There's Halo 5.
Yeah.
Or 4?
5 Guardians.
5?
5 Guardians. It's Guardians you have, right?
Yeah.
Halo 5 Guardians.
Sure. Anyway, there's that one, but then I was like, oh, I should probably play the Master Chief Collection before I play that one. And then, what was the other game I got with it? Oh, Gears 1 Remastered, or whatever it's called.
So you got
which is
the
a game I've already,
Ultimate Edition, I think, or something.
Yeah, which is a game I've already played.
Yeah. You would be better off doing the trial for Game Pass and doing something like jumping into a random game on there, or like jumping into
but
Thieves.
I got these games free with my Xbox, so I want to play them and then delete them to make room for the Game Pass stuff.
Right.
So the Halo campaigns aren't too bad. So I feel like I can get those done pretty quick.
How far are you?
I only played once so far.
Yeah, see, like I feel like this is not going to go well for you because it's old. Like it's an old game.
No, but remember, it meets my standard of being a new game because it was remastered.
No, but it was remastered a while ago.
Yes,
So it's an old remaster.
but
to
it's still
to
something.
You.
But it's still something I have to play.
Have you tried switching the graphics down?
Yes,
It's freaking hilarious.
it's disgusting.
It's hilarious.
Like I don't remember the game looking like that.
I've only like I started it a long time ago as well. Like just kind of messing around with it. The Master Chief Collection, that is, and I've started the first game, and I never played the first game with original graphics. I mean, I've probably played it once or twice in split screen or something, but I've never played the campaign in its entirety back in the day. So seeing that now is hilarious. Like I recognize the bad graphics of Halo 2, but they were still better than Halo 1.
Halo 1 is just like there's no textures.
It's old because it's a big map, so it couldn't render it all. It's old, man.
Weird, but even the remastered graphics aren't great.
I would say because that's also remastered. That's the anniversary edition or something. They didn't remaster it for the Master Chief Collection. They
included the remastered version. Though.
Yeah, but that remaster is old. That remaster is a few years old
but
now.
The game still looked a lot better then. It might be a.
I don't think so.
Yes, they did.
I think for its age, like I want to look this up now. I want to see when this Halo remake came out.
But anyway, maybe the engine just can't support better looking stuff. You know what I mean?
Do you think that the engine is the same?
Well, they have it overlaid on top of the old game, so I feel like it's the same thing.
2011.
Yeah,
is when Halo Combat Evolved Anniversary came out. 2011. That's 7 years ago.
Yeah.
7 years ago.
What other games came out in 2011?
In 2011?
Yeah.
All right, I'm just going to type into Google games that came out in 2011. Let's see what it lists here.
I know Skyrim did, but that's not good. That's not a good reference
Dark
point.
Souls,
Again,
Arkham City.
Arkham City looked way better than that.
Battlefield 3.
That looked better.
Arkham City is very like contained though. Arkham City is pretty like small. Modern Warfare 3.
That looked better.
Skyrim you already mentioned. Portal 2. Uncharted 3. Assassin's Creed Revelations. Saints Row the third game.
Yeah, see, I think because they had the old game underneath it all.
Dead Space 2.
Yeah, but that wasn't.
That puts it into perspective.
But you just listed a bunch of other great looking games.
I don't know, but I think that you're misremembering.
I don't think so.
I think you're misremembering. Dark Souls?
Again,
Dark Souls?
Again, Dark Souls looks horrible. It's always looked horrible. Dark Souls 3 looks horrible.
Okay, Batman is rather cinematic, fair enough. Battlefield 3 looks good, but it's still Like it's old. Like it got old. Skyrim, same thing, but it's Bethesda because they make such a massive world it can't be like 19K. Assassin's Creed Revelations.
That might look pretty old, yeah.
That looks pretty old. I guarantee that one looks old. L.A. Noire came out that year, and we played that recently.
Yeah, that's pretty old.
That's old. These are 360, man. I'm telling you, like that's why it looks that way. So it looks, I'd say, rather good for a game of that age.
They could have made it better. That's all I'm saying.
Well, the Halo 2 is actually remade, right?
Is it?
I think Halo 2 is remade. Like, not necessarily remade, but like re-graphicked, because you can do that graphic switcher on Halo 2 as well, I think.
Okay.
I haven't gotten there yet, but...
Yeah. Well, I'm going to try to blast through those games.
I don't think you can blast through Halo 1. I feel like there's lots of driving to a location where it's ambiguously like, get over there.
There's no markers.
No markers. So it's just like, get over there. Where?
Yeah.
Get over there. Okay. And there's no fighting anywhere.
In the remaster, they could have added some like quest markers.
I feel like people are always like, well, that's being handheld. It's like, yeah, but is it fun to accidentally drive for 10 minutes through territory that you've already fought through because everything looks the same, and you're like, shit, I just drove all the way through and then drive all the way back? That's not fun. Like,
and when the game starts, you're on this ship. Every corridor on the ship looks identical.
identical.
And they're like, crawl through this tube, and you go through this tube, and you come out in somewhere you don't even know where the hell you are.
Yeah, yeah.
And you're just like, okay, I have no idea.
I have no idea where I am. Yeah.
Yeah, I just walked where I heard people yelling and shouting. That's where I went.
And the worst part is in slight spoiler on the actual Halo when you're fighting. I think that's the Halo.
It's the big disc.
I think so. Well, anyway, in the beginning, there's like the forested area. There's no like big combat. Like there's combat areas, but it'll be like, hurry up and get over there. And it's like way over there, and you don't know where it is. You can't hear the fighting.
Yeah. Well, I'll do my best. I got nothing else to play right now, so.
We should just play it co-op. We'll just beat the hell out of it.
Halo?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I have the code for you, right?
I have it.
You have the
Master Chief Collection.
You have it?
Yeah?
Why do you
I'm
have
the
it?
one that what?
When did you have it?
I got it a long time ago.
Did you never boot it up?
I booted it up. I play it with Connor. He's also been on the show.
That's so strange because I remember you came over here and you booted it up because you wanted to see it.
Yeah,
When was that?
that was before I got it.
You got it in the last like few months here?
I got it as no, wait, no, that's wrong, isn't it? What the hell is going on? No, wait a second. I think I know what happened. I think I booted up Halo 2
Okay.
because I hadn't gotten to 2 yet.
you boot. Oh, I
Because
see.
I've had it for months and months and months.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh man, that's weird. Gotta get the timeline out.
If you want to blast through it, I'll blast through it. Yeah. But which ones are co-op? Just 2 and
All of them.
the first one's co-op too?
The first one, I'm pretty sure. Yeah. Oh yeah. I'm playing with Connor. What am I talking about? Yes, the first one is co-op. Yes.
Yeah. Other than that, I got nothing. So.
Well, that's quite a bit. I'm just playing through all like four
All
or
the,
whatever
all the
Halo
Halo
games.
franchise and
I was
then
playing
the
the Halo
Gears
franchise.
and
Like, come on, man! You're doing the same shit you do with the friggin' AAA titles of the friggin' show this week. Oh, it's only
I do have a
it's only
back-
like Black Ops and like
I
all
do
these
ha-
big, massive games that had their own events, by the way. Like, come on, man!
trying to think of games I haven't finished on PS4 though that I purchased. Dishonored and Wolfenstein.
I lost my Dishonored.
Did you?
So what ended up happening was, I was out on Boxing Day a couple years ago when Dishonored came out. It was on sale. I was not going to buy it. I was in line, and one of the people I was with was like, "I don't want this," and it was like $30, and I was like, "All right, I'll just buy it." So I bought it. I don't know where it is.
What's weird is I finished the first one. I enjoyed the first one. The second one just couldn't keep me attached to it for some reason.
The first game had the same thing for me. Every time I played it, I had fun, but I had no reason to go back. I never like felt an inkling to go back. But when I started a mission, I was like, "Oh, this is fucking awesome."
Yeah,
It's weird.
yeah. And it's some people's like game of the year last year or whenever it came out.
I wonder. I'm actually kind of curious as to whether it's like the difference between people who prefer more linear games. Like I always prefer to go back to a game like Stardew, for example, is a good example because, or like a strategy game, because a strategy game you're like building a nation. In Stardew Valley, you're like building a farm and you're building up like a little town thing.
Yeah.
And then, but like in Dishonored, you're like leveling up your character, but that's it. Like, what else do you have to show for it? You know?
Yeah. All right, let's hop into the stories. First up, we got Black Ops 4 has been revealed at a event, and this is supposed to be like the biggest Call of Duty ever, something like that.
The most I saw a tweet or something saying it was the most ambitious multiplayer they've done,
Yeah. So
which I kind of agree with.
first off, they ditched the campaign, and it's now like these single player missions. So it's not a traditional campaign with a story, but you have these solo missions. I guess you can go on.
Okay.
And you play them, and then you get some story that's set between the Black Ops games or something like that.
Interesting.
So if you like,
but it's not like Titanfall style.
I don't think so. Where like the multiplayer's in the campaign's in the multiplayer.
Yeah, it's not like the
No,
first
I
Titanfall.
think it's special, different.
Okay, I never saw all this event, so excuse me if I'm
And
incorrect.
it has like specialist characters apparently that you can like play through the missions with.
I think that starts showing itself in the multiplayer too, right?
Yeah.
The guy with like the hammer thing and stuff.
They say these missions would not only serve as a place to learn tactics with the different specialists, but also learn the specialist characters' backstories. That's what they're doing. So the specialists in the multiplayer,
Yeah.
you can learn about their backstories in the solo single player missions.
I want to know how long that takes. If
I don't
I were
know.
to go and take all those missions, stack them up, do them in order, is that 5 hours? If so, you have a COD
But
campaign.
this sounds like it's like Battlefield 1, where you have those one story missions.
Oh, I forgot about that.
You're
yeah.
a dude and you're not actually a pilot, and you hop into a plane and you gotta go fight some people. You become the best pilot in World War One, and you know it's going to be like that. I think.
You know what? I actually don't mind that.
I mind that, but
You mind that?
I mind that, but it's fine.
What I have a problem with, I don't mind it because I want to see them do it because they've never done it before. I want to see how they do it. But one of my problems with Rainbow Six Siege is they have all these operators and they like look like they have a real big backstory, but you never learn it as far as I know.
Yeah.
So other than like a little text blurb, so it'd be nice to like kind of have a mission to do. Like maybe there is because there's situations in that game, which I haven't done in years now. But like it'd be nice to have a mission to like describe what the like what this JTF2 guy is in the game for and
Yeah.
stuff, like whatever, right?
The problem with the Call of Duty campaigns, though, is they got very generic and like predictable.
Would you say COD World War II's campaign is predictable?
Yeah.
Would you say that he could do any? No, I would say Call of Duty World War II's is not predictable. Actually,
Why not?
I would say it's not. Okay, I'm going to do a major spoiler for COD World War II here.
Okay.
The entire, and I'm starting now for anyone who cares. But Zussman being like captured, and then like you getting like discharged in like a little bit of a conspiracy, but like honorably discharged as a hero for PR purposes. But then like staying in the battle, crossing the Rhine, and saving Zussman, I think is a far cry from Call of Duty in past. Other Call of Duties would have ended at the Rhine, no Zussman, no conspiracy crap. It would have been you get across the Rhine, and
That's fine. I'm not necessarily meaning the stories were predictable, but how the game plays out. And I don't like how they broke. I don't like how it's broken up into missions. I think that's my problem with the Call of Duty campaigns.
did you prefer the old Call of Duty campaigns? So Call of Duty 1, United Offensive, maybe not United Offensive, that's an expansion pack, but Call of Duty 1 for sure, 2, and not, no, 3 as well. They were like faction, and you do like a missions. Faction, and you do a bunch of missions. So like Call of Duty 1, you play as Americans, you play as Russians, you play as, I think it's Brits. Same in Call of Duty 2, you play as Brits, you play as Americans, and you play as Russians. Not in those orders.
Not necessarily what I mean. I don't like how it jumps around too much. Where it's like, oh, you're storming the beaches of Normandy, right?
Yeah.
And then like the next day, it's like you're somewhere else in Europe and you're fighting there. And the next day you're in a plane and you're flying around. And then the next day you're doing something else. And the next day you're infiltrating a Nazi base. And I don't like how it like just jumps from mission to mission. And I want more of a linear story, in a sense.
So you like, okay, so for example in COD World War II, there's a jump to like and I'm gonna call this the incorrect battle, but it's like the Bastion like foxholes. Like it jumps from like I would assume spring or like not winter anyway, to full out winter, and where you're like in the foxholes in the forest.
Mm-hmm.
So you don't like that jump in between.
It just feels separated, and just feels like you're just playing missions instead of playing a campaign.
I think maybe one of the things is it's like I bet you, and I wasn't there, but I bet you the day-to-day was rather boring.
That's fine, but I'm saying you could write a story where it's like, oh, you land on Normandy, right?
Yeah.
And then there's like a cutscene where you're planning the next attack, right? And then it's you hopping in a tank, and I want to see you drive away from Normandy or something. I don't want to just jump to like in the middle of the woods and fighting somewhere else.
I wonder how did they always troop transport, or would they like?
Well, the old Call of Duty, it would say your mission title, and it would like fade from black, and you'd be like sitting on a tank driving through the thing. The tank in front of you blows up predictably. All hell breaks loose, and you jump down, you shoot it. There's some artillery you got to go blow up over there. You know what I mean?
That's a good point. Like it is very like the objectives are still very standard.
The coolest thing in World War II was when you were infiltrating that Nazi base. And like you had to memorize like your fake ID.
Yeah, that was a great mission.
And I wish they played that up more.
That's very reminiscent of one of the Medal of Honor missions I remember.
Like I only asked it like one or two questions. I thought it was gonna be more. You know, I wish it was more.
I don't think they could have gotten away with more, because I think and fair enough. I think there's a lot of people that actually didn't want to do that. And so, like, they wanted to just do action.
Mm-hmm.
And, I mean, they had the opportunity to. You could just go and shoot your way through that mission. But I think that they couldn't introduce too much stuff, because I think a lot of players who, like, even if they want to do action, will still want to play it kind of quote-unquote properly. So they'll still try to answer the questions. But, like, if there's, like, 18 questions, they're going to be like, oh, fuck, I don't want to do this.
I don't really mean that much, but...
No, but, like...
Even if they give you, like, choices, like, if someone could just, like, in dialogue start asking you stuff.
Yeah.
And then you could answer it in a certain way, and it could change like the actual outcome or something. That'd be a little more cool, but
yeah, that's a good that'd have been interesting for sure. Like, even like I mean, there are a couple of different paths you can take, but like maybe even like more paths.
Mhm.
But then you're starting to get into like Hitman territory,
Yeah, but
but only for a mission.
I don't know. But I just felt like that was the most creative thing Call of Duty's done in the campaign in a long time. You know?
It was cool for sure. I really like that. I really like that fucking game actually.
Yeah, I liked it too.
Like Fifth Prestige or something. Went ham like.
Yeah. So anyway, we saw a multiplayer trailer as well, and it was like crazy.
Yeah, there's
lot of crazy
people
things
friggin' no wall running,
No wall running and no like boost jumping or whatever they called it.
but there's like a grappling hook.
Yeah, so they kind of introduced another thing people are probably gonna hate. And I didn't know people hated the wall running and stuff because like it was a big thing in Titanfall.
I think that's why people hated it. Like I feel like Call of Duty they don't want. I feel like people don't want because they even said are we boots on the ground? It's like and they're like yes. I feel like people don't want. They don't want
Verticality.
like all the fancy stuff. They literally just want quick soldier combat. I think.
But then they have all these crazy things. They got a grenade now that like explodes and like launches another grenade somewhere else, and then that one detonates.
That's where they lose me. I don't care after that. I remember we were playing Black Ops 2, I guess, and that's when it started getting like futuristic.
Yeah.
And I remember like somebody set up like a disruption array on the bridge,
Mm-hmm.
and like I was just like, you know what? I'm done with this. I don't know what the fuck's going on. I don't care. I'm done.
They also announced zombies. I think they have three big zombie maps. One they just kind of teased at the end there.
Yeah, blood something.
Blood of the Dead.
That's it.
And a couple other ones. Titanic, it looked like, or something like that.
Something like that. Yeah.
You have no interest in zombies though.
It's weird. I don't like the zombies.
But it's huge.
It's huge.
Like all the Call of Duties now have zombies, where it used to just be the Treyarch games.
Yeah.
Now they all have them.
Because they love them. Like,
Yeah.
people love the zombies.
You know which one I liked was Advanced Warfare, or was it Ghost? Whichever one had the aliens.
Ghost was aliens.
That one was really fun.
I like that one. Yeah.
Yeah.
I like that one
That
a
was
lot.
cool.
I don't like zombies, and this is people are gonna hate me for this. I don't like zombies because they take more damage
Over time.
over time. I want it to be my bullets do the same amount of damage, but I want there just to be more zombies, and that breaks the experience to me because it's just like I'm gonna empty out like I can only carry like 6 clips or something. I'm gonna empty 7 clips. So I have to like empty the clips, run over, grab another clip, and like I've killed 2 zombies. It's like come on.
I think that's maybe why the alien one was a little better, because he had the grunt aliens, but then didn't they send in like bigger aliens?
They're bigger aliens, and they had like they were like in turrets and stuff, and it was more strategic. I
Yeah.
liked that better because it's like, oh, that's a brute guy. He's gonna take a lot of hits. Whereas like the zombies, it's like, oh, are these zombies gonna die in one clip, or next round are they gonna take 3 clips?
We played the
Like,
World War II one like twice.
Yeah,
Now the big problem we have is we're not talking in the public chat,
and they weren't.
and-
Well, many
and-
people weren't talking either.
and we don't have a party. Like Aaron no longer plays. We used to have like an actual party to go
we
play
have no, we
zombies.
don't have 4 people. Like,
Yeah.
like if we had 4 people, I would definitely play it. I think
Yeah,
if they wanted to, but
man, I remember that first zombies though. Holy crap, that was pretty nuts.
which one? The one
The very first one,
World at War?
World at War one. Yeah,
I did like that one, but again, it got to the point where I was like, I don't like how they take more damage.
yeah, and then they went crazy with it. Now there's like whole unlocked stories you can do and stuff.
Yeah, they went crazy.
Although
They
I do
went
like the
ham.
celebrities. I like that. I think that's funny.
Yeah,
I don't know if they're doing celebrities this time though.
the celebrities in World War II was pretty cool though.
Yeah. And then finally, and this was rumored, but they actually confirmed it. They're going to add a battle royale mode, and it is called
Blackout.
Blackout. Yeah. This is going to feature a map 1,500 times bigger than Nuketown.
Don't use that comparison. Nuketown's the one of the smallest maps.
That's what they use, though.
I know. No, I'm not saying you. Them.
That's still a big map, though.
But don't use a different map as a comparison. Come on.
Then it would be a less impressive number.
I know, but it would be more. Where sense. This is our smallest map, but it's just 1,500 times the size of our smallest maps. Like, well, yeah,
Yeah, but picture that. That's still a big map.
that's okay.
I don't think it's as big as Fortnite, though. I don't think it would be.
I don't think so. Whoa, but my face against the thing. I don't think so.
And I'm not sure what the size of PUBG's map is.
That's a good question. They have 2 maps, and I don't know anything about PUBG.
So anyway, yeah, they're actually entering the battle royale game, and they're doing it in the Call of Duty way, I guess. You're going to be able to play as like all their famous characters from all their campaigns, and all the locations and stuff is going to be on the map. And we brought up a funny point that it's like they're selling this to the audience, saying, "Hey, you remember playing as like this guy, and you remember doing this mission with Woods and doing this and that in the like the campaigns of the other Black Ops games,
Yeah.
right?"
Why did they take out the campaign of this game?
They took out the campaign.
If they need this, like,
if they're saying you love the campaigns, or old campaigns, they're all in the Blackout map.
Yeah.
But we're not going to do the campaigns anymore. The stuff that you guys apparently love. But it's just marketing stuff. I understand that.
But still, that's still ridiculous.
Yeah.
Like they could have just did generic soldier that you customize, but yet they were like, no, we'll bring back the ghost of Black Ops campaign pass.
Yeah. Me and Marty were talking about this a bit, and we were trying to figure out. You die pretty quick in Call of Duty games.
Yeah.
So I wonder if they're going to change the health system. Is there going to be a shield system
Well,
like
the
in
health
Fortnite?
system is changed. You don't automatically regen. Remember, he said that.
No, that's fine. But I'm saying like you have less health than I think comparatively to Fortnite. Fortnite, you can take a couple shots and live. You take a couple shots in Call of Duty, you're dead. Most of the time.
Yeah.
So
Fortnite's pretty inconsistent sometimes, but yeah, generally you're right. Yeah.
I wonder if they're going to balance a little bit more because like it should be more arcadey in that sense, where you have a little more health to actually defend yourself, right? And have a battle, not just be like sniped and dead.
Well, I wonder if like because you're playing as quote unquote hero characters, they'll be stronger just because they're like the hero guys.
Mm-hmm.
So they'll have like 300 health versus the normal 100% health.
Yeah. And there's also a question of whether they can fit 100 people. Whether their servers can handle it, and whether they...
I don't think you can do
their own game can handle
MLG layer level with 100 people. I don't think that's possible this time. Unless you LAN it all together.
You think they're setting this up for MLG, though?
Yeah, because there's a COD Pro League right now, I think.
Yeah.
Well, actually, I do know. I don't know if that's what it's called, but there is like a Call of Duty Pro, because I see it on Instagram stories all the time where they're talking about it.
Mm-hmm.
But like I think that unless you have a big LAN of people, like in a pro thing, like with Call of Duty, you're trying to get as much of the pro experience at home.
Yeah.
So it's a very snap shooting game. Like there's some lag and stuff, sure, right? Because you're not on LAN. There's always that problem.
However, though...
But with the 100, you're gonna have lag, I think.
However, they are switching it to Blizzard servers.
Right.
So
is that going to be better though?
Well, I mean, they have like WoW on there and stuff.
That's true. I don't know. That's a good question. Well, do we know how many players are going to be in this thing?
No, because I think the press like asked them and they weren't really clear on it.
Probably that's going to be an E3 thing they show off. I guess. I assume.
What if they're like 200? Wow.
I think they're gonna. I think it's going to be small squads. I don't think it's going to be 200. That's ridiculous.
But that doesn't sound fun to me. Like what's the max they can get now? What is it?
Ground War.
Which is how many? Do you remember?
God, maybe 16. I think it's
That's
8 on
not
each.
a-
That might be wrong. I think it might be 32.
I
Please don't
think it's
quote me,
32.
but go check that out.
And isn't Battlefield like 40 or something like that?
Battlefield can be
Or
60, 64.
60, that's right. 64, yeah. So even
But Battlefield like has some connectivity issues.
Oh, for sure.
Like
that goddamn freaking ping thing's popping up all the goddamn time.
That thing shows up in Overwatch all the time, even on mine. It's like, dude, my ping changed from 10 to 18. Stop telling me about it.
I think you can turn it off though.
I really hope you can.
But anyway, any interest in this, Matt? So I wasn't that interested in Black Ops 4 prior to this announcement, but I'm curious now.
I think it's a game I'm gonna watch.
Yeah.
But it like I said, it's that future crap has no appeal to me.
Right.
Like World War II is easy, boots on the ground, guns, like basic primitive wooden, maybe some little bit of metal guns, and you just like fight it out. There's no like crazy like mechs coming in and freaking disruption arrays and shit. Like we saw that one guy freaking grapple onto that tank and shoot a bunch of people. That's infuriating. If someone's that good, like you're gonna die. Like you're going to die. You're not gonna win against him.
Yeah. It's frustrating dying in Call of Duty. There's something about that engine that just makes me feel
because you just
angry.
drop.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, what happened?
Yeah.
Oh, respawn. Here's your kill cam. Oh, all right, fantastic.
Yeah. Anyway, there you go. The probably gonna be one of the biggest games of the year anyway, though. So
I want to know whether they can bring the fucking battle royale to the pro league, to the pros.
We'll see.
And if they do, I bet you they're gonna rake in that cash.
Oh yeah, big time.
I want to know whether they're gonna do loot boxes again.
They're probably excited.
They're probably excited. That's what I mean. I don't think they're gonna do. I think they might do like 16 on 16, or like Not necessarily 16 on 16, but they'll do like that size, so 32 players,
Mm-hmm.
and last one standing.
Yeah, that doesn't sound fun to me though. But anyway,
Think about how like Call of Duty though, like Fortnite is very much like, it's a third person, so it's different in that regard. And then you're running around, and there's like there's like landmarks all over the map and stuff like that. As far as I understand, PUBG's the same way, where it's like there's landmarks. It's obviously third person as well, and then you're like doing stuff. But I can't see Call of Duty being like, I'm gonna go run around and try to survive in Call of Duty. Like that seems so weird. Call of Duty is always like everything looks like cover to me. I know what I can vault over. Like it's just a playground. Like their maps are just a playground where I'm gonna fight people in.
yeah. I don't think there's gonna be building really.
I don't think so.
But one key thing they're gonna have is land, air, and sea vehicles.
Oh, I forgot about that.
Yeah, so that will change it up quite a bit. I know PUBG has the cars and stuff.
Are you gonna be able to drive them?
Well, yeah.
Or are they like rails, like you call them in?
No, I can't imagine that. That would suck.
Like they're not call-ins?
No.
Call of Duty 3 had vehicles, and it was super fun.
Like, are they gonna have like tanks and stuff?
That's my question. Like, are they gonna have like stuff hidden around?
That'd
Are
be
you gonna
nuts.
jump out and stuff? Like, is this gonna be a? Is this gonna be like a battle royale like what we've come to know it as right now, or is it gonna be, like I said, like you call in a kill streak or a score streak, and you get
I
like
hope
an
that's
on
not it.
rails plane?
I hope that's not it.
That's gonna be interesting. That's gonna be real interesting.
All right, let's hop into the next story here. Division 2 will launch within a year, so that's pushing it into 2019. How do you feel about that, Matt?
Expected because it released in March.
Hopefully, we'll see something about it at E3 this year.
Also smart of them because Red Dead.
Oh, yeah, I guess so.
Just stay away from Red Dead, everybody. Back off. Like it's just back off. Like it's just the way Call of Duty backed off. We assume because of that.
Yeah. Although I don't think they're threatened by Red Dead. I think those are different.
Call of Duty?
I think those are different enough markets.
No, but the thing is it's sales in general. Because there's a crossover market, if somebody only has a budget to buy one game and Call of Duty's out by itself, they're gonna buy Call of Duty. If someone only has budget to buy one game, Call of Duty and Red Dead come out, they're buying Red Dead probably.
Yeah. But I wonder where Battlefield's going to land then.
It was October last time, right? October, November.
Was it October too?
October, November, or something like that. So, I mean, they could do like March because I think Division and Battlefield aren't going to cross too much.
Yeah. Anyway, Division 2. There's not much else to talk about there, I guess.
Well, what do you want from Division 2? Let me ask you that question.
Clearly a new city, I think. New York's cool, but I mean that's been done. They did the biggest part of New York. You know,
But you still want a city, like what do you like? Do you want vehicles? Do you want it to be more Ghost Recon-y? Like, what do you want?
it seems like it is an urban game. Now we've only seen one of the games, right? But it feels like it's meant to be in an urban landscape
Because of the hard surfaces you can snap to, right?
Yeah, and it just seems like that's where you would send the Division crew into. The most deadly place where there's all these other gangs and stuff that have crept up.
Yeah.
You know, that's where you'd send your special task force in. They're not going to send it into like Caledonia
Yeah.
or like the woods or something like that.
That's for the Ghost Recons.
Yeah. So yeah, I don't know. They're probably going to choose like it's going to be like LA or something like that.
What about the weather? I was about to say,
Chicago
do you want Chicago in winter? Like, I want the winter to stay.
Again, yeah, they created like a theme for that type of game, and it feels like winter urban landscape.
Yeah.
You know, but I mean, if they had an LA wouldn't have winter temperatures or anything like that. Maybe
Chicago would be good though.
Chicago, they could do.
I want more landmarks, and I want them officially labeled. I don't want just like, oh well, 3 buildings over and 1 down. There's a building that kind of looks like and is in where Trump Tower would be or something.
Yeah, we went and tried to find the Ed Sullivan Theater too, and there was like a crappy building with a marquee. It could have been the Ed Sullivan Theater.
See what I mean? Yeah.
I don't know.
Like, I would love for them to just do like even if they just do knockoff, where like, within the legal limits they're allowed to just like, oh, this is Ed Theater or something.
Right. Yeah.
But that, like, I think that for sure.
It'd be super cool if they did like Toronto, I think. That'd be awesome.
That'd be super cool. Like, or Montreal, like they're like do a Canadian city. That'd be nice.
Which team made the game?
It's massive.
And where are they out of?
I don't know actually.
To the Googler.
Oh, Because those two would have a winter climate. What about multiple cities?
They could do that, I guess, if they wanted to make multiple maps.
Well, what I'm expecting from them is I think they're gonna do an evolution. Actually, no. I have a couple of potential expectations that they're going to underdeliver. In that they're gonna deliver like
It says
this.
it's in Sweden.
Sweden?
Is that right?
I don't know. Why are you surprised by that?
I don't know. Ubisoft.
Because Ubisoft is publishing it.
They're
Right?
all over the planet. Ubisoft.
But the thing is like the way I see this game is like I can see them delivering something that's very similar to the same mechanics we had in the first Division, with like how like we had like the free updates, with the Division, like essentially the free DLCs. I can see like the free DLC level of extra content coming into the game, but I feel like the first version without like paid DLC is going to be as if you just had the Division with updates right now.
Right.
And I feel like people are expecting the Division plus paid DLC as the first version of the Division 2, if that makes sense. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I think they expect an underground, a survival mode. Maybe not those things exactly, but that level of stuff. I don't think they're expecting to have to pay for that. And then I think they want stuff on top of that, like for DLC. And I feel like that's going to hurt them because I feel like they're either going to underdeliver on that, or maybe they're going to go ham. They might go ham.
I'm going to make a prediction here. It's either going to be in Paris or London.
I don't think they're going to go overseas. I don't think so.
I think so. Now that I know it's the Swedish company, I think they're going to do something in Europe.
But there's no like major winter in that area, right?
Paris and London?
Not London, right?
They get snow there, though.
They get snow, but it's not like it's a very like wet winter. It's not like a frozen, frigid winter, right?
Paris you would.
Paris you would.
I'm going to make Paris my prediction then.
I could see it. Like I'd play that. That'd be kind of cool. Go to like the Eiffel Tower or something. That's like the center of the Dark Zone. See, I want them to do something like this is what kind of sparked my thought process on like whether they're going to underdeliver. I have two theories. My first theory is that they're going to do that like under delivery, where they're going to deliver like basically what Division 1 is right now with the free updates and not anything else.
Yeah.
And I think that that's almost under delivering because it's like rehashing in a new environment. Or they're going to go ham. That's my second theory. But what I think they're going to go ham with is I want them to not just deliver the same mechanics. So like they have a dark zone, obviously they'll have a dark zone, but like do a new dark zone. Have like dark zone everywhere or something.
Yeah, which is what Adriano wanted.
Yeah, like
and
have like
I
an
think
evolution
we all
of the
expected that game to be like that.
Yeah.
Based off that first trailer where like they were just gathering loot, sent up a flare, and then other players came running up.
The survival mode, I don't know if you ever played it, but the survival mode is like it's rather intense. Until like temperature in a whole bit. Maybe not to that level, but I would like the game to be more like survival-esque. So it's like, fuck, we got to get to this base, guys.
Yeah.
Like we got to hurry up. And not just like you've been playing the numbers game of like, I'm going to heal this much, you set down that turret, we're going to do this much DPS.
Mm-hmm.
So.
I fear that the same thing's going to happen to me this time around, though, too.
What do you mean?
It's like you and Adriano played it pretty consistently for 2 years.
Yeah.
I played it for like the first year and then went off to new games and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And so I wasn't getting like the same kind of gear. I was way behind in gear score and all that other stuff that you guys were getting.
Yeah, we were way ahead of you.
Yeah.
When you came back at one point, we were just like mowing down guys that you were getting shot once. And we were like taking like 30 shots and we'd be fine.
I'll probably still get it. That's probably going to happen again, I imagine.
I think one of the funniest things actually from that experience is you came back and we were like, oh, we'll gear you up. So like the best way to gear up, especially if you're with people that are higher level, is like, well, we'll take you to an HVT of our level. Oh. So we world tier it up. We go into an HVT and like you're like still in the base, and Adrian and I are like fighting, and you're like, are you guys shooting? He's like, yeah, because I guess you heard it on the mic. Yeah. You're like, yeah. We're like, yeah. Where the hell are you guys? We're like, oh, we already went to this place. You guys, you didn't say anything. You just knew where you guys were going because we're so in tune. You just are like, blah blah, and we know. We know like, oh, buy HVT, then go to this fast travel spot, meet up, and do it. And we don't say a word. We just know how to do it because we played the game for so long.
Yeah,
pretty good.
Anyway, I'll be excited to see what they do. And as always, more character customization. There's never enough character customization,
and there's a hell of a lot in the Division
in terms of clothing. But the facial stuff, there was very little.
Oh yeah. I mean,
and
admittedly, you're covered up by stuff
frickin'
usually.
Destiny 2 pissed the crap out of me. The exact same customization options. They did nothing new there.
I'm done with Destiny. I'm not even taking a look at the
And
third.
please, for the love of God, characters with longer hair. I know it's hard to animate, but we can do it now with the next gen.
I mean,
technology.
admittedly, like people have done it. It's not like it hasn't been done. Like, come on, guys.
Yeah, but they prefer not to. Remember the whole 360 PS3 era?
yeah.
All the men had shaved heads, and they were just like these bald, buff dudes.
Mm-hmm.
Just because it's like the easiest thing to animate.
Yeah. But like, admittedly, though, it's again like we've done this now in detail. It can be done.
Yeah.
That's it. Like,
Just take
do it, I guess.
Take
Like-
Laura Croft's hair and just change it up a bit, put it on other people's heads.
I mean, that's weird, but yeah.
But her hair is really good in that game.
Oh, is that a thing?
There's like an actual setting in on the PC to like up her hair resolution or something, and
What the
and
hell?
if you didn't have like a good enough like graphics card, her hair would just like whip around the screen.
Just trying to like calculate
Yeah.
where to go.
Yeah.
Where.
Yeah.
That's pretty great.
Other than that, though, Division was pretty fun. So as long as they keep up the same kind of vibe with it. How do you feel about endgame content, though? You and Adriano were kind of invested in that. So, do you want to see more at the beginning, or did you like their layout plan and how they did it this time around?
Well, that's my thing is I kind of want some of that, like the amount of content that we got from the paid DLC. I kind of want that in the original game, because like I feel like, for example, like the HVTs, that was a free one. That's like an end game activity that was really good. But to break up the HVTs, we did Underground, and I feel like Underground really should have been something in the base game where it was like essentially it was Dark Zone for people that wanted PvE.
Right.
Like the issue with Endgame, especially without the free updates, right, was that you'd get to level, I think it's 30, and then you would just grind. And they like at the time there was no world tier either. So it was like you just had to go to the Dark Zones, you had to go to this PvP area.
Yeah.
Whereas I think they need, at the very least, I think they need to fix the end game. Like they need something like the Underground at least. Survival, like I think you could sell us. The Incursions was released slowly, and some of them were paid. I mean, that's fair enough. What was the other one? I can't remember the other one. There was like the Survival. Oh, it was no, that was a free update. That was like the Tower Defense or whatever they called it. Oh, it was the PvP. It was like the PvP in teams.
Right.
That was like someone said it was Tower Defense. I remember that was said in a couple of times online.
I remember something like that,
and
too,
it's
yeah.
not Tower Defense. but
Although Tower Defense would be cool too.
yeah, I feel like they need an end game with PvP and PvE options.
All right, let's move on. Rage 2 was leaked by Walmart Canada, and Bethesda has finally confirmed it after having some fun with it with their marketing team, kind of pretending like it didn't exist but was still coming and stuff. It was kind of funny.
It
what
was
they did.
a little bit of weird exchange on Twitter.
Yeah. So yeah, we got both a live action trailer actually and a gameplay trailer.
Yeah.
And they're really upping up the craziness. A lot of comparisons are to Borderlands
for sure.
which was also on that Walmart leak of Borderlands 3,
Damn it!
which Gearbox has said is not going to be at E3.
What the hell did Walmart do? Damn them!
I don't know, but anyway,
Good Lord, Walmart! Come on, bud.
what do you think about Rage 2?
See, this is one of these things where. Okay, do you remember when Fallout 4 was announced and they did like the whole announcement thing before, and then at E3 they had like a big showcase?
Yeah.
I feel like, and it's possible that they revealed it early because of the leak, but I feel like they were always planning on revealing it within a couple of weeks of like either now or like within a couple of weeks of now is what I'm saying, and then do a showcase at E3.
Yes.
I'm scared that Rage does not warrant a full E3 showcase like Fallout 4 got. I'm afraid of that.
This isn't going to be their main game at the
I think
conference.
it is.
I don't think
I get
so.
that. I get that vibe.
I would.
Because like it's possible that they were going to show off those two trailers for the first time at E3. If that's the case, then fine. But I get the impression that the marketing team was actually getting ready to, and this is total speculation, but they were going to get ready to release it within a couple of days of when they actually released it anyway. And it was going to be pre-E3, and then at E3 they were just going to do a full showcase. Now, I think that Rage 2 does warrant a full E3 showcase if they've redone a lot of the crap and made it like it says open world and stuff. And the other one
Yeah.
was the first one was as well. But you and I had a discussion where the first one was it was almost like linear in an open world. Like there was no reason to go back to a place most of the time. It'd be like you go there, you do the missions, and there's no reason to go back.
To be fair, though,
Yeah.
Bethesda does not always have a big tentpole game at their conference. Yes, Fallout was a major thing.
Yes.
And that was the 1 year.
Yes.
The 2 years since then,
Yeah.
they've not had a big tentpole game where there was like this big shocking announcement at their conference.
But my
They
thing
just have a good lineup of single player games.
what are they going to have this year though? Because you got to remember here we had Fallout the first year, like, and I'm not including every game they had, but they had Fallout and I think Dishonored.
Yeah.
But then, like, throughout the next couple of years, they kind of, like, show off Skyrim a couple of times with different versions, and they show off Fallout with, like, different DLC the next year and stuff like that. Like, I'm just talking in general, the few years they've done it.
Yeah.
They've, like, like those big tentpole games, they show up, like, not with a full showcase, but they keep showing up and showing up. But now, it's like, Fallout 4 has basically been exhausted. We have Rage 2, which is confirmed. Doom is done. We might do another. Doom, I think, the Doom guys, I think, are making Rage. I think it's id. I think.
Well, no, it was. I think it's part of it, but it was Avalanche that's making Rage 2.
Oh, right. Well, I'm sure that'll all get confirmed at E3, like, because we don't know, right? Fully.
Yeah.
Like, we don't, because I don't think they've confirmed, or at least I don't know what teams are working on what. Fully.
I know id's working on it, but I think it's being developed by Avalanche.
I did see that logo, yeah. But regardless, like, what are they going to show there? Like, before it was like, we got like Doom VFR and like Skyrim VR, like again, those tentpole games coming back.
Yeah.
Now it's like Bethesda, what's their dev team? Bethesda Game Studios. That's like the Todd Howard team / teams. They've been silent. Like Skyrim, barring new versions, 2011, 2015 for Fallout 4. You're going to have an E3 conference, and I don't think Bethesda has a problem with skipping an E3 if they don't have anything to show.
They haven't, though, since they started a conference.
They haven't because they've had a bunch of projects in the pipe, and Fallout and Skyrim Special Edition, again, tentpole games were keeping them kind of afloat, I would say, in terms of content to show. I think there's got to be something. Like, what are you going to do? Show off Elder Scrolls Legends again? I think we might see an app. I think we're going to see an app.
Here's the thing, though. We'll probably see an app. But apart from this Walmart leak, not much else have leaked about the Bethesda conference.
You see what I'm saying?
So either they're really damn good at keeping these leaks, or they just have nothing.
See this is one of the things with the Walmart leak, and people are freaking out. And like, yeah, it is bad that it was leaked. Fair enough. But one of the things is the games we saw from Microsoft there are not the only games that are going to be out. If Gearbox is saying they're not showing off Borderlands 3 at E3, chances are it's not a this year game.
Yeah.
Now, the reason why I even mention this is the leak, at least when I first saw it the first day, I was assuming, this is the holiday lineup page that they're making on the Walmart website. That was my assumption.
I think it's just the pre-order page.
But it might just be the pre-order page. So what's interesting, though, is Bethesda, in the past, and I assume still sticks to this, they only like to show things off within a year of them coming out. They, quote-unquote, have to release something for the holiday season. Is Bethesda really only going to have one game?
Is that game Rage?
If it's not a tentpole game. Now, if Rage is like basically Fallout in like Rage theme, I think I'm there. I think I'll buy that. That's fine. Because I wanted to explore Rage more, but there's, like I was saying, there's nothing to do when you do the missions.
Yeah.
But I think they have to show something. I think Bethesda Game Studios has to have something. They have to.
It could be Elder Scrolls.
I'm fine with that, obviously.
They probably just tried to throw us off the scent when saying, it's going to be like 10 years down the road.
They always do that crap.
So it could be Elder Scrolls.
But another thing that somebody mentioned, and this is interesting, is, and I think it was debunked mostly, but they were saying like the chances of this being the end of this gen is relatively low within like, let's say like a year. Console generation. And they were saying that like Bethesda kind of like releases something in the beginning and the end. So we kind of got like in terms of like their series. So like Elder Scrolls was like Oblivion was early, and then Skyrim was really late, and then obviously was then ported and HD'd. So maybe they are holding out. I don't know. We'll
Time
see.
will tell.
What is your theory? Or do you have a theory?
I don't know, because the Wolfenstein guys, that game just came out like last year.
So there's no way they have something to show unless they had a side project.
Doom, while the last game was good, I don't know if it's big enough to be like another Doom game.
I think Doom was big enough for there to be another Doom.
But that's big enough to be another Doom, but not to like hold up their conference.
No, I agree.
Were they doing Unreal Tournament or something like that? What was that called?
Were they doing Unreal Tournament?
Don't they still have that?
I know Tournament's around, but I didn't think they were doing that.
Who was doing that?
That's Epic.
Yeah.
That's in the Epic Games launcher.
What did Bethesda have? Didn't Bethesda have something? You know what I'm talking about, right?
No? Unreal Tournament?
They had some shooter or something for like MLG stuff.
Oh, Quake.
Quake, that's the one.
Oh my Christ, I forgot about Quake.
Yeah. I don't know if anyone cares about that.
That's like a nostalgic thing, I think, for people.
Prey, I don't know if anyone cared about that.
See, Prey I don't think did well enough, and I think that it was not too ambitious in terms of the way they completed it, because I haven't played it, but too ambitious and too big for them to now show off another one and have it out within a year.
Yeah. This could be a big surprise, actually. Who knows? But anyway.
What about Starfield?
I don't know. Because we haven't heard any rumors about anything, it's hard to say. Because Fallout 4, there was rumors all over the place before that was announced.
But the recurring stuff came true.
What do you mean?
So I'll use Oblivion as a better example just because I remember this a little bit better, even though it was longer ago.
That's another good prediction, though.
What?
Oblivion remaster.
I'll buy that.
Or Oblivion remade or something.
That'll be a purchase on my phone while the conference is still going on.
I would rather a remake than a remaster.
I'll take either one. Either one. But no, but like what I'm thinking is like the Elder Scrolls, for example, like I remember like there was somebody mentioned, there was a rumor of like there was going to be like an Akaviri, like really old school in terms of like the time period, Elder Scrolls game. And then there was like another one. It was like Age of the Dwarves or something like that. The Dwarven or something like that. The Dwemer. What do they call them?
Dwemer, isn't it?
The Dwemer. There was like going to be there was like 2 rumors about that. And this was before Skyrim. And then like a couple of like legitimate rumors started building up. And it ended up being Skyrim. Like it ended up going to there. And I think that the same thing with Fallout, where Fallout had like a couple of different rumors here and there. They had that one dude set up that like timer thing.
Right.
And there was like all these rumors and stuff. But then the stuff that any of the rumors that repeated at least once seemed to kind of come true. Like remember that big leak on Reddit where the guy was like, I'm a former Bethesda employee and like I'm just going to leak all of this because they fired me or something. I forget what they said. And then they like talked about it and they're like, you can only play as a man. There's going to be voice lines and stuff. A lot of the stuff came true, but like but because that person, quote unquote, had apparently been fired, if their story holds true, they had time to work on, playing as a female, getting the female lines done, right? Whereas like that guy only saw part of the work. And that was a recurring rumor. So I think that Starfield has come up so much. And they don't want to keep doing Elder Scrolls Fallout, Elder Scrolls Fallout, Elder Scrolls Fallout. I bet you they have a middle game. And I bet you it's Starfield.
I don't know, because we haven't heard anything about Starfield recently, though. That's why I don't think it's...
That's what happened with Fallout as well. Fallout 3, there was one where they were talking about... Do you remember... Did you play Fallout 3?
Yeah.
Fallout 3, do you remember there was like that small town north of DC?
Oh, geez, I don't remember the...
Okay, well, there was a small town north of DC near I think it was the Corvega factory, near it. And it was the place where the Mechanist and some other person fight. I forget the name of the 2 people. I think it was the antagonist. Anyway, the Mechanist and the antagonist. But anyway, that's like a place where a bunch of the traders went, and they talk about the Commonwealth. And then there was a rumor that came out soon after that was like, by the way, the next game is going to be in the Commonwealth. That disappears. And this is that recurring thing again. And then it kind of comes back where it's like, it's going to be in Boston. And then it kind of goes away. And then someone, I remember on Twitter or something, like, I'm loosely talking about this, but they're like, someone else comes back and they're like, by the way, the Boston is the Commonwealth. And now it's like, that's interesting. They mentioned Commonwealth, they mentioned Boston, and then they mentioned Commonwealth again. And then the Commonwealth was actually mentioned in the game. And then synths were mentioned in the game. And then they started talking about synths. So it's like, okay, what's going on here? And then this big leak on Reddit comes out and it's like, this is too recurring now.
Here's a question: Do you think Fallout will ever leave the U.S.? I know its whole style is very Americana, 50s, 60s type of nuclear future,
Mm-hmm.
and it's very like that American dream type of image just gone wrong.
Yeah, yeah.
But do you think they would ever do something somewhere else?
See, I actually think the rest of the world's in ruin.
But the whole planet's in ruin.
No, like pre-war.
Mm-hmm.
So like a lot of the style is obviously playing off the pre-war style of like the 50s, but like futuristic.
Yeah.
I think that the rest of the world is in ruin, and I think that America having fought China and won in Anchorage is just sort of sitting pretty and like maintaining their way of life. But because the rest of the world like the reason why a nuke was fired is because it was like we just got pushed back. We don't have any gas or fuel or anything. Fuck them. Let's take down the world. And that's like why else? Like if you were still prosperous back in your country, but you got beat off of Alaska, you wouldn't fire a nuke.
Right.
So I think I wonder if you kind of can't because the rest of the world is just like because some people were saying that we should do London. I think London's in ruin. It's probably just a disaster. It probably doesn't look like Americana. It's probably just a hellhole.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I think is going on. Everyone's probably just starving, poor. No one knows what's going on, and then a nuclear war breaks out. So,
Yeah.
so you're losing the soul of Fallout if you get rid of that Americana stuff.
It feels very connected to America, that game.
Yeah, I agree. So I don't know. It'd be interesting to see it. I can see them doing like a mission in which you go to China or something, because like there was the war with the Chinese.
Mm-hmm.
But I have a feeling that there's not going to be that. Like you're not going to have
Yeah, I know, but I just thought it'd be cool.
a main part.
All right, our final story: Battlefield 5 officially announced by EA. The next chapter of EA Dice's groundbreaking all-out war saga is Battlefield 5. Reads a statement from the Battlefield website. The full reveal is slated for May 23rd at 1 p.m. Pacific, 4 p.m. Eastern, 9 p.m. BST. The reveal event will be hosted by TV presenter and comedian Trevor Noah.
Interesting. I love how these games are so big that they get their own conference.
Yeah.
Like this one piece of software is just massive, like just absolutely massive.
Yeah. Any thoughts there?
It's interesting they're calling it 5.
It's also goofy, but yeah.
What?
Just because the number system is all over the place.
I feel like for everybody, any company now, it's just gone out the window. They just don't give a fuck. It's just like as long as it's identifiable.
So Battlefield 1 doesn't count as a main series Battlefield.
That's the question.
So that probably means they're going back to modern day, right?
They're doing this shit again. But people loved 1, as far as I know.
1 was great.
We played that for a long time.
The aesthetics and visuals of 1 was fantastic.
Yeah, and we got like pretty high level. Like it takes a long time to level up in that game. We got like because like we bounce around a lot, but we got to like close to level 100.
I was close to buying the DLC, but we just stopped playing it.
We stopped playing it.
Yeah.
But admittedly, like we played the crap out of it. Like we did beat the crap out of it. So,
Yeah.
I mean, I won't be buying it if it's modern. Probably.
Probably not.
To be
either.
honest.
Yeah. And there's rumor that they're going to have a battle royale mode too.
One guy was well, that kind of makes sense a little bit. One guy was telling me though that there's rumors of Korean War because they said that like they've already done Vietnam, and like as far I think Korean War was a little bit before Vietnam.
Yeah, it was the 50s, I think.
So like you're getting that like post World War II tech, but pre Vietnam tech. So you're getting that in between. Just how like Battlefield 1 was like the first like the
Mechanized
introductory
warfare, yeah.
to the mechanization of armies. This is going to be like the very first time they explore post World War II, but pre another big conflict, Vietnam.
Mm-hmm.
That would be, I think, really cool. I think that'd be super interesting.
Yeah,
and I would buy that.
A lot of games don't seem to do the Korean War.
I wonder if it's just because it's still technically on.
And most people don't really know about it either. Do you know what I mean? Most people know, like, it's not a big thing. You know what I mean?
Other than MASH.
But,
Other than
yes,
like MASH,
but
that kind of widespread the knowledge, I would say.
But I feel like MASH did something in particular. Is it was a commentary on Vietnam.
Yeah.
But they said it in the Korean War to not be so blunt about it. Do you know what I mean?
Oh, I got you.
Yeah.
So in that regard, then would if this was Korean War, would people think that this is insensitive?
I don't know, especially with what's going on right now in the world.
Yeah, like what's going on
I
right
don't know.
now, and like, isn't it? And like, I don't know this for sure, so don't quote me on it. But isn't like the Korean War technically still on, but there's an armistice or like a truce?
Yeah.
So
No, like
that's interesting.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like it's like, oh, we're doing a war that's still technically waging.
Mm-hmm.
That's weird, right?
Yeah, I think they'll stay away from that. I don't think they're going to touch that.
It'd be interesting to play because we've never been in that time period, but I could see why they would stay away from it.
Mm-hmm.
Although I will take a Vietnam, about another Battlefield Vietnam.
I would like an actual, because like the Vietnam game we got from Call of Duty was not like true
There's
Vietnam.
Two damn missions in Vietnam. Like that doesn't count.
But not just that. It wasn't like a historical like battle or anything like that. It was just
CIA craziness in the middle of the Vietnam War.
Yeah, and that's not what I wanted. You know.
Yeah.
And then I never played the Battlefield Vietnam one.
Okay, yeah, that's old. There's no campaign.
Yeah, so they could do one there.
That was all just multiplayer and or bots.
Yeah. But from the visuals of it, it's their typical blue and orange Battlefield look and a big old V for 5. And
Like
because
blue and orange.
Yeah, but so was Battlefield 1.
I was about to ask, was Battlefield 1 be? I can't remember.
Yeah.
Okay.
At least they had that orange highlighting like on everything.
I remember the joke was they always had that stupid like. They always had the same jingle, but they started going like dun, 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 dun. But they made it like more like so the joke was just like static for the next one.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
And that's just it. There's your Battlefield.
Yeah. All right, that's everything. We're getting closer and closer to E3 every week. We'll have
it's like 2 weeks away.
Yeah. So we're gonna have a ton of news in the coming weeks, I guess, and we'll be able to figure out what's going on with all these games that we just talked about now.
Most anticipated V3. Quick, do it.
What's
your most anticipated? Most anticipated, even if it's something like rumored and you hope it's there. Most anticipated of everything.
Can I have 2?
I'll give you 2. I'll do 2 too then.
Last of Us and Death Stranding.
Death Stranding, eh?
Mm-hmm.
That's too wacky for me.
Runner-up would be a Horizon Zero Dawn sequel.
Really?
Yep.
Okay, I'll do a runner-up too. Then I'll do 3. Two selections and 1 runner-up. Days Gone,
Mm-hmm.
Starfield, and what's a good runner-up? They already revealed the new Call of Duty. Is there anything coming from Microsoft? Come on, Microsoft.
Yeah.
I kind of want to like spread it across a couple of consoles, but I don't really know what to say.
Something new from Microsoft.
Something new from Microsoft. No, I think I'd really dig an Elder Scrolls. That's a runner-up because I know it's coming. Like it's definitely coming.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know if Starfield or that are going to be there.
Yeah.
Or any of them.
Yeah.
Either of them. So we'll see. That's my runner-up.
I'm hoping it's good in E3. I hope. I remember a couple years ago there was kind of just a slow one. It was more updates on all games we already knew about. But I feel like right now there's a lot of like new titles that can come out, or can be announced and shown off. So I'm hoping it's good.
Yeah.
We'll see what Ubisoft has.
Oh, I want to know what their surprise is.
Yeah.
All these fucking historical shooters.
Probably Splinter Cell.
Fuck. I want Brothers in Arms back.
That's never coming back. I'm sorry.
No.
I don't think it was big enough to bring.
No,
back.
but Gearbox will want to cash in on the historical crap, and the fact that like possibly these guys are going away from it. Like I mean, Call of Duty is, but like possibly that if Battlefield's going away from historical, they could come back.
Splinter Cell.
Like this year with
it's going to be Splinter Cell.
Fuck. I don't want Ubisoft. Nobody wants your Splinter Cell.
All right, we'll see you guys next week.
Peace.